You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider's storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Without unnecessary bloodshed.
I should put negligence on your record for asking that question. Lucky for you, I don't have the time. If you can recall your last assignment, it had to do with putting down a rabid den of Blood Eagles in possession of military-grade rocket launchers. The same kind of rocket launchers were discovered in the possession of some raiders from Crater. Needless to say, that's a problem, and we are going to fix it.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it brought. Glad we don't have to.
Care. Are you insinuating this is a personal matter? I am carrying out the Brotherhood's mission. The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Now it's time to fix our mistake.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor.
Paladin Ramani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive. That being said, the raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies, stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat. One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
Teach us? I hope I get to meet them in person someday.
The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything? Reminder, this is the armory, not the barracks. Take your conversations outside.
I will not allow Atlas to go the way of Fort Defiance. We're here to stay.
Raiders causing trouble again. We'll have to do something about them.
We'll build something better for everyone.
I should have had Scribe Valdez transcribe a copy of the Codex before we left. At least the entry on disclosure amidst chaos.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Or are you going vault hopping? Can't imagine it's easy getting used to the wasteland after eating from silver spoons underground all those years. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? Because, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there? So be it. You've made it clear the Brotherhood only provides two options: blind obedience or violence. You take a wild guess which we would prefer. Who's there?
Secure the area. Their leader is still breathing. Make sure to question him before he gets away.
Looks like things didn't turn out so well for me. Get it over with, then. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You barged in here, looking to reclaim your property, only to tell me you don't know where it came from? This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Brotherhood was right, but you just keep on confirming it. Here's the thing. I don't talk about raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. That's what this is now, right? If you really want to know, you can let me go and come talk to me in Crater. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed at my face.
I don't like it, but we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They call you Knight, don't they? I didn't know that was another word for lapdog.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link steadfastly supporting the next. It's not something that a lawless worm like you would understand.
You wound me, Knight. In the heart, that is. Since I've surrendered, and you can't touch me anymore.
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back. And let me be clear. There are no orders protecting active trespassers.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
To me for your next orders, Initiate. We completed the first part of our mission. You compose yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. Yes, it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as it would be to leave this thread hanging. Our duty as the Brotherhood is to preserve the future of mankind, to be relentless in our removal of threats, present and future. I wouldn't send you on this mission if I didn't think you were capable of coming back alive. We'll set up some Protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia. I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him... This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again. This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
I hate it when things get messy. It'll be a while before I get that.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That Knight acts like some kind of righteous saint. So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is... you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
Hello?
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right? How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. Toodles.
Hi. Guard places, lift things, kill people. It's good exercise. Keeps your body warm. They're my friends.
We'll have to tally up the new raiders.
Pierce is kind.
They're not weaklings.
I owe him everything. If you hurt him, you'll pay. She's scary sometimes, but she does it for us. I would do the same. No, I don't get along well with people. Sure.
Why can't people mind their own business?
They threaten my friends, so I'll take them down. Yeah, I'm not very good at talking. You don't have to talk to me if it bothers you. Okay.
Stay strong, friend. No telling what the next challenge will hold.
We are really fixing this. Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup. You mean to tell me these documents were just lying about in the wilds of Appalachia? If you find any more data, there's another secure cache at Camp Venture you can use if you're on that side of the neighborhood. Otherwise, I will happily take this off your hands. Let's talk. Maybe we'll both learn. Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right, how can I help? I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me. Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty. It's not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Right now, the Knight is doing it all by hand. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the raiders, but maybe they're smarter than they give off. Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Ad Victoriam. I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down.
Hello, Initiate.
When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Atlas Project. Atlas Project Research Log 104. Lieutenant Marks and I have begun calibrating the ion beam accelerator. We've hit a plateau at
Too
the
bad this
300
observatory's
MeV
so
threshold.
busted up.
Oh,
I'd love
micro
to look at the
variations in the
stars.
magnetic flux are disrupting the Betatron induction loop.
If anything
The
tries
Lieutenant
to
is
attack,
working on a firmware
we'll be
update
ready.
for the coil controller. She said she'll have the wobble out by Monday. Assembly of the main device remains on schedule. The Air Force is nothing if not punctual. Colonel Oberlin is still pressing for the facility to be fully operational before the end of the year.
Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that murder-bird.
As much as I want to see my research in action, we need to proceed carefully. If this goes wrong, results could be catastrophic.
We need to understand the past as well, or
Atlas
make
has
same
the
mistakes
potential
going forward.
to change the world. Or destroy it.
We come all the way from California, and here I am fixing broken pipes.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild it. Take the old and forge it anew. The scorched, the raiders, the ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Hey, you've got the holotape? Because you want to know where we got those Brotherhood logo rocket launchers from. And working with me is the only way you're gonna find out. Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went. They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen. Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Another nuke. I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report.
Oh. Not as young as you used to be, Layla. Can't spend all day hunched over.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
The elders have so much to teach us. I get to know them personally.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater? It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
We're gonna have to bring the Crater Raiders under control eventually. Hopefully without unnecessary bloodshed.
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route. I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is.
Shin's certainly winning us friends here.
And the other one.
Order, learning.
Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
2,000 miles of hiking has put some real wear on it.
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today. You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report. So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
To see if we can spare any supplies for the relief efforts.
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it. A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable. Ad Victorium.
Find, protect,
Ad Victorium.
preserve.